Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. I hope you're relaxing and having a really chill day. I actually am, finally. It's raining here, but it's still very nice. Anyways, I wanted to tell you a few things that I think will be very helpful, of course. First of all, for those of you who are on the mailing list, you have received yesterday the meditation about limiting beliefs. I would really kindly ask all of you that are on the list to do this one. Some of them are optional, some of them will not be for your specific situation, like the third party one. Absolutely not everybody has a third party in their connection, so obviously it's pointless for you to do that meditation. But this one is something that every single person struggles with, and it's the biggest struggle and the biggest block are limiting beliefs. So please try it out. It is a bit longer than usual, it's around 20 minutes, but there's a reason for that, as always. Some of you have told me, like with this one, but like in general, that when you listen to my audios, meditations, reprogramming audios, that you tend to fall asleep because I am so relaxing. And I mean, yeah, the point of meditation is to relax you. So it's okay if you fall asleep, it's okay because your subconscious mind is still listening. So yeah, it's fine. Anyways, today I wanted to talk a bit about those limiting beliefs. I know I talk about them a lot, but there's a reason for that. It's because it's our biggest block in general, not just magic wise, but in life in general. Now, when you're seeking for a spellcaster or a reader or any type of energy worker, whatever it is, a healer, it can be anything. It's very important that you trust this person. And I'm aware it's really hard to trust a stranger you have never truly met and you don't know for a while. And trust is something that does develop over time. But go for the person that basically gives you that good feeling. Listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, because not everybody is for everyone. And now I'm talking about the legit ones, obviously. We are not even going to talk about the other side. So, like I said, not everyone will resonate with everyone, and not everyone will trust everyone. And it's important to go with somebody who you think you can trust, who really gives you that nice feeling and doesn't leave you like anxious or confused. And it absolutely does not have to be me because, guys, I'm not for everyone. I'm not. That's a fact. I'm really not. And I think it's important to address that. Not everybody wants this type of work done. Not everybody wants to go through the vibrational work, unfortunately. Not everybody is ready for it. And that's okay. And I'm perfectly fine with that. So, yeah, that's, I think, the most important thing. Why? Because this person will most likely give you some instructions, give you some advice, and you need to basically listen to their instructions because they have a reason why they're telling you this. And often people will be like, no, this doesn't make sense, I'm not going to do that, or I'm going to do the opposite, or I'm just going to ignore this portion with vibrational work. Okay, I had the spell done, I'm not going to be working on myself. My ex should be back any moment now. So instructions with everyone who gives them, obviously, are for a reason. And if you're not going to fully follow the instructions, then you're not going to get the full results. And that's something, obviously, you would want to get. Another thing is that, if you truly trust somebody, they can help you even when you speak with them. They can help you ease your limiting beliefs. They can help you pinpoint at what your limiting beliefs are. And it's very important to have somebody you can really trust when it comes to that type of things. I'm going to give you a few examples of that. For example, as you guys know, you probably have a bunch of people around you who are telling you something that is making your limiting beliefs even stronger. And everything we hear, especially from the people that we trust, that we Well, not necessarily trust, but that we, love or care for or are important to us, it all definitely programs our brain. Just like our parents do when we're kids, because we fully trust them. We are little kids, and we think they are, basically gods. They know everything, and everything they say has to be the truth and has to be right. And it's not, but we don't know that when we're kids. So, for example, I bet that you have family members, friends, co-workers, bosses, whoever, that are telling you things that are basically making your limiting beliefs stronger or even making new limiting beliefs. For example, you apply for a job and it's like something you never applied before, and then your mom says, "Oh, you're not gonna get that, honey. You are not qualified for that. Nope." And you're like, "Okay, well, yeah, I probably won't. That makes sense." Or you fall in love with this lovely coworker, and your friend tells you, "Oh, she's way out of your league. I mean, she probably dates millionaires because she's so pretty. You're never gonna seduce that one." And you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm giving up. Like, she's way too good for me." Or maybe you want to change. Maybe you are, I don't know, in your 50s, and you want to change your profession, and everybody tells you no, you're just not going to be able to, because there's so many young people in it, and you won't be able to follow the trends and things. It's just not for you. And then you're like, "Oh yeah, they're right. I'm too old. I'm not going to do that." It happens every single day if you think about it. You get a little comment like that most likely every single day, from your mom or from, somebody around you, your brother, sister, your husband, wife, kid, whoever. And these people don't have bad intentions. It's very important to remember that. It's not like they're toxic people necessarily. Sometimes these comments can be done by toxic people and for toxic reasons, but most of these people will actually have good intentions, and they will just not want you to get disappointed, or they will try to protect you for something, because people see like new things as something dangerous most of the time, and then they're trying like to protect you. Or maybe you have a really bad marriage and you want to get a divorce, and then your mom tells you, "Oh no, you shouldn't be doing that. Who will ever want you again? You are this and this age, you have kids, blah blah blah." This type of comments, you firstly need to understand they are not done with bad intentions. The opposite, actually. But, people are unaware what they're saying and what they're doing. Because majority of the people on this planet is simply unaware of things and how brains get programmed and how things work. And that sucks, but we can't do anything about it, because everybody has their own path. Everybody, has their own free will. And if somebody doesn't make that decision and is not ready to make that change, that's okay. Like, you just need to let it go, and that's it. But since you are on this path of awakening and you are making this change, you really have to be aware when you get a comment like this. And this is a question that I get asked a lot, because people struggle with this. Obviously, I'm trying to change my beliefs, doing my vibrational work, and then every day I hear the opposite from somebody. So what to do then? Obviously, we can't change our parents. We can't change. If we need to be around certain co-workers, we need to be there, right? We can, however, with our friends, we can kind of limit that, or we can change that. But some people are just in our lives, and that's it. So how do you react? What do you do when you hear a comment like that? You just remember that this is simply this person trying to protect you. They don't want you, they don't want to harm you, but it's coming from their own limiting beliefs, clearly, because why would they even give a comment like that? And don't get into a discussion with them about it. So the more you discuss it, the more they will just try to bring you down and try to, just prove their point of view. So you should just be like, "Okay, that's your opinion. I respect it," because we need to respect each other's opinions. Everybody has one and has a right for one, okay? But you don't have to take it And then just remind yourself that this is actually not true, because it's not. And then logically see why it's not true. For example, if somebody tells you you can't get a divorce because you are too old and nobody will want you, people get married at any age, and they find love at any age, and this is a fact. And you can like Google people finding love in their 80s or 90s, and you're gonna see, hey, it's true. So obviously this person is not giving you facts. This person is giving you their limiting beliefs, and then you are taking those limiting beliefs and you're making those limiting beliefs your own limiting beliefs, and you don't want to do that. So the person who tells you don't go for this job because it just, you never done it before, maybe it's not gonna be well, they're trying to protect you, sure, but has this person ever take a risk in their life when it comes to a job? Think about their work history, and what did they achieve? And stop listening to people like that. Everybody has an opinion, but come on, you know better. You're limitless. You can do that job. Yes, you can. If you want to try it, do it. It's your desire. It's what you want, and it is possible. Why would it not be possible? People change jobs every day. People change careers every day. And no matter what somebody tells you, you can always find a proof somewhere that this is not true. So just to remind you, people find jobs every single day. Every single day, there's a bunch of people that are employed somewhere. So obviously, it's not impossible. And then if you're going to be doing it like this, if you're going to be, oh, yeah, they do, but they are all, I don't know, they're all educated, or they are all from a certain country, or they are all whatever it is. This is you giving yourself excuses why you should stay in victim mentality, because, hey, I don't have that high of education, or I don't have this, I don't have that. That is not what you need. It doesn't matter what your education is. People find jobs every day, every single day. Don't find excuses for yourself to stay in victim mentality. Exes come back all the time. I bet that every day somebody's ex comes back. People send you texts every day. People tend to send texts to people they have been in no contact. After a while, they sometimes will send you a text one day. It's a fact. So it can happen for you as well. Whatever your situation is, think about if that situation is impossible, and then stop what your brain is going to do. It's going to give you reasons why it can't happen for you, right? That's how brain works, unfortunately. So you're going to be reading, okay, not everyone's, but yeah, people's exes do come back. But my can't, because we had this argument and we had this and I said that and they blocked me and this happened. So you're just trying to give yourself reasons to stay in that victim mentality and to not fight your limiting beliefs. Stop that. When you see your brain, you won't see it, but when you kind of sense that your brain is doing this, and it will, and it does, just stop it. That's not an excuse. People had worse situations than me and got back together with their ex. Remember this. These are techniques that you're going to be using when your brain will be trying to keep you in victim mentality. And your brain will try to do that. It's not, again, because your brain is working against you or is trying to sabotage you. Again, your brain is sabotaging you, but the reason is because, again, it wants to protect you. However, you have to remind yourself that you are not in any real danger. You simply want your ex back, and that's okay. It's very important to find that fine line between obsessing and neediness and a wish. It should be a wish, not a needy, obsessive wish, but a wish. So, this is what I have for you today. Really think about this and really start doing these techniques, because If you're just going to be listening to me and nodding to everything I say, and yeah, that makes sense, but then you're not really going to be doing it, and you're just going to allow your mind to go on autopilot and tell you all of these limiting beliefs, and you're not going to stop it, and you're not going to try to fight it, you're going to stay in victim mentality. So listening to me is not enough, or anybody else for that matter. You actually need to start working on it. That's the work. The work is not listening to me, is not listening to meditations. It's about actually incorporating all of these things in your mindset. So I think that it's not that difficult, it's not hard work. Everybody can do this. The only problem is that it's easier to let your brain go autopilot, and it's easier to just continue living like you did so far with those limiting beliefs. I understand that. It's easier and it's more comfortable, and change is not comfortable and it can be struggling, and you don't want to go through that. But guess what? You do not grow and learn from comfortable things. You need to sense that discomfort. So try it out and see what happens, okay? Anyways, I love you guys. Have a lovely Sunday. Enjoy, and we're gonna talk again soon.